Tech Week on our musical theater production campus here on Hilton Head is a huge week. It is late nights, it is early mornings, and our staff is working around the clock with our tech students to make sure that the world of backstage at our musical is ready to go for our audiences. We had our first performance on Friday night. It was spectacular, and it is all the result of our incredible students and staff on stage and off. We had a lot of new staff members joining us this week. Some of our designers come in who have been working remotely, but now they're on our campus each and every day working with our students and our full-time staff to bring their vision, their designs to life. And our audiences have really been blown away by what A Chorus Line has presented to them on stage. A Chorus Line is a show that traditionally some folks say, it has no set, but that's certainly not the case here at SSTI, as there are so many technical elements that go into making this production truly magical, from the opening number where we're on the line to the final magical finale where we literally see the stage fade away into a burst of glitter. It's pretty spectacular.
My job is to call the show. And what that means is that I will spend the whole show talking and telling everybody exactly when to do all of those things. So every time the lights change, every time there's a sound effect, anything technical happens. Great, thank you. Let's be standing by lights 987 through 1000 and stand by rail 16 and rail 17.
I am part of conversations at the very beginning of the design process, whether it's establishing where speakers should go or how we're going to mic the actors or how many mics we're going to use. I try to be part of those conversations early on to make sure that I'm coordinating and collaborating with the other design departments to make sure that we're not in each other's way and that we're all supporting each other. And then once I get here, I get to finally see a designer run where the actors are able to present what they've been working on during the rehearsal process, and I can get a much better gauge of how I want to manipulate the sound in the space to be the most effective with the storytelling through sound.
This is the makeup one. Yeah, I'm sure that's really charming. The square, the thing on your forehead.
Process-wise, for a lighting designer, we do most of our work in tech. So we can do our plot beforehand, we can do color choices and stuff beforehand, but during tech, we actually are just programming cues. We're working with the director, and for this show in particular, it was very interesting because we have a set, but we don't really have a set in the traditional kind of way. We built a theater inside a theater, and so this show relies really heavily on lighting. 503. Come down a little bit.
As the programmer, it's my job to help Naomi, our lighting designer, fulfill her vision of the show. So all of Tech Week, I sat with her at the board, and it's my job to make sure everything that she wants is up and working, and she's got the lights that she needs in every cue. And then during the show, I'm in the booth with Allison, and she's giving me cues, and I press my one button and work our way through the show.
Yeah, so we've rehearsed for the past 2.5 weeks, and we did music rehearsals, dance rehearsals, we blocked scenes, we put everything together, did a bunch of runs inside of a black box, and then we took it to the stage and did tech. So the process has been really fast and really, honestly, just amazing. The kids have been so on top of it, ready to learn, ready to take in the information, and just so motivated and talented, and it's just been a breeze.
Walk, walk, walk. Right. We're gonna do the whole combination from the top, facing away from the mirror. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
Chorus Line's my favorite show ever. So when I saw they were doing it, I was like, I have to do it. Like, are you kidding me? And so I did it, And I went to JTF and Jacob Brandt like taught a class there, and he was directing a chorus line, and I was so scared. And it's just been like the most amazing thing. Genuinely, like, it's so organized is like the best way I can describe it. Like, everyone just has like such a specific role, and they know how to do it, and they do it so well. Really like refreshing, I think. It's just very professional.
Year at SSTI doing the full show, and I did the Essentials program last year and I loved it, so that's what made me want to come back. And opening weekend went really well. We had a wonderful time. I loved the cast, the crew. Everybody worked so hard to make it happen, and we had an amazing audience as well. This man is nothing! This horse is nothing! If you want something, go find a better class! Got cast in a chorus line. I was so excited because that's just a dream show, and this process has definitely been one of my favorite show processes I've ever been. There's really nothing like it. Like, it prepares you for what the future holds if you're planning on pursuing this as a career, especially with things like summer stock, going into college, whenever you have to go live in a brand new place for the summer with people that you don't know, and you have to put up a show in 2 weeks and put it on its feet and run it for a certain amount of time. And it really does prepare you to do that. I never made it back to Radio City, but that was my plan. New York, here I come!
And our Essentials program has just wrapped up over at our May River campus. So Essential students had an amazing 2 weeks where they were individually prepping their college audition and their technique journeys in musical theater, so that they're ready to depart our campus and leave and head into the world that for many of them involves college auditions this fall. So it's a lot for them to prep.
As I travel on.
We always have an opening night party over here on this campus, but when the Essentials campus lines up at the same time and we are able to collectively and jointly celebrate, it is really, really exciting. It's the ability for us to have a closing night party for Essentials and an opening night party together for our musical theater campus. So it's a really, really exciting time.